Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Living Victoriously with Glow. It's been a minute, but I'm here for the whole month of August. I barely showed my face, but hey, guys, I'm here and I'm gonna do a bit more of sit-down videos by the grace of God. And today, I would like to speak about the reasons why many South Africans are leaving South Africa. If this is a kind of video that you are interested in, hey, please stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. But yes, before we get all carried away, I would like to encourage us with the scripture from the book of Proverbs 16 verse 3 that says, commit to the Lord whatever you do and he will establish your plans. This is something that I wrote down on the 24th of August and it really blessed me and I keep coming back to it. I believe God is trying to tell me something, that I should indeed commit everything that I have. Every plan that I have, I should commit it to God and he will establish it. It's not saying I should commit it to my brother, to my sister. God is saying, run it to me first. You know what I mean? Bring it to me and I will tell you how to do it. I will show you how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I hope this encourages you to yeah, I hope it has encouraged you too. All right. I'm talking too much. But hey, let's get into today's video. Okay? I've written down a few pointers and I hope that it's going to, well, this could be a discussion room, whatever. Feel free to and I'm so sorry if I'm speaking very fast, but I'm speaking very fast because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to take much of your time on this thing or whatsoever. So the number one reason why many South Africans are leaving South Africa, number one, I would say it's because there are no jobs. Hey guys, there are no jobs. Like I said, South Africans are people that cherish family. They cherish they cherish family. They love to spend time with their families. I live in Cape Town, but I see how many South Africans on a monthly basis, sorry, not on a monthly basis, but every time when there's a holiday, they find it as an opportunity for them to actually go and see their family members, to go and visit their parents and stuff like that. So it's not likely for them to just start getting up and leaving. But because they are very family orientated, they see the need to provide for their family. Like, you know, most people who grew up with parents who are, for example, domestic workers, where they struggle to make ends meet or whatever, they would have a desire to want to actually go elsewhere. So yes, there are no jobs for the youth and there is no hope. Like when you are thinking, you're like, oh my God, South Africa is no longer a country where I can just stick around and say, I'm counting all my eggs in one basket. No, it's no longer like that because number one, the government is full of old people. I'm so sorry. This is my observation. The government is full of old people, especially the ANC. There's a party called the ANC, which is the biggest what do you call it? The biggest party in South Africa, which has been around for years. Let me rather say it like that. So they have really been passing on the baton amongst themselves, and most of them are freedom fighters, like the ones that actually fought for the freedom of South Africa. So I feel like there's this strong desire in them to want to kind of share. It's like, let us share the cake, and they are forgetting the youth. And the second point I'd like to point out is that because of another thing is that of course everybody would say that there is economic depression everywhere, but yes, because there are no jobs, number one, the cost of living has become expensive, which means that there's not a lot of money circulating. Something that you could have purchased for 2,000 rand a couple of years ago, nowadays you can barely make out anything with 2,000 rand because everything has become expensive, and you really have to stretch your back in order for you to make that profit that you actually want to make. Or even if you want to spoil yourself, you have to go out of your way. So yes, the cost of living is high and many people find themselves to be indebted. It is difficult, first of all, to eat. It is difficult to pay your rent. It's difficult for you to pay your bond or whatsoever. And then you will tend to go to loan sharks. You tend to go to the bank or whatever to take loans in order for you, or even the credit card in order for you to keep surviving. So that is also one of the reasons why. So you want to pay the bills. You gotta pay the bills. And then another point that I've written down is that I said that there was no no hope for the youth. So another one that I want to actually write, that I actually wrote down, is that I feel like that this the new generation of South Africans want more. I'm not saying the younger one, the older ones never wanted more, but it's like they feel like they can get the equivalent of what they're not getting paid for, like value for money. They wish they could get it somewhere else. For example, for people that are not, for example, a doctor is getting paid less in South Africa, but if he was to go and work in New Zealand, for example, he gets paid more. Hence, his family will also follow. He will take his family with him, like, hey, my friend, let's go. So if you are a nurse, struggling teacher, struggling doctor, you are not getting the recognition that you want to get in South Africa. Many of them are looking for work elsewhere. Well, the brave ones are looking for work elsewhere. And one thing that I've noticed is that those who have families, they also do go first and see how it's happening that side, how they are managing on the other side, and then they'll eventually come back and be like, okay, I think it's time for us to bring our children down here. And then another thing, I would say that the education, or the education system is under attack. The education system is under attack. Why? It has become like the public, not like back in the days, like in my time, I went to a public school. I will not lie. I went to a public school, not go to a private school. I went to a public school, but at the time that I went to a public school, things were still in check. Things were still in, like, online. There was a lot of discipline. Then children respected their teachers, and even the curriculum itself was, like, children, we had enough materials in order for us to study. But right now the material is not sufficient. So, like, you get in some provinces, children do not even get study material. So tell me, how does that child study effectively and actually get to pass to the next grade, or gets promoted to the next grade and actually make something of themselves? So some parents are seeing all these faults and thinking, no, I can't just stay around and, like, stick around and do nothing. So from the ones that I've had an opportunity to converse with, they said, okay, Gloria, Aveli, I'm leaving because I want my children to also get a better education, which is something that my father also did for us. My father realized at some point that no, but the education system is not, it's being affected, so let me rather take my children elsewhere. That was in the early 2000s. However, there are what you call lots of, like, currently I would say that there's a lot of private schools in South Africa. But with that being said, there's a lot of private schools that I feel like are just doing it for a business, because they know that many people have been failed, many people have had issues with public schools, and then some public schools in certain areas have what you call children that come from crime related areas and whatever. So now I feel like, because I don't want to go deep into that, but some private schools have used that as an opportunity for them to make business, but they are not really providing the type of education that the children actually need for them to prosper in life. And yeah, they're not professional. Most of them are not professional, because, for example, if you want to know if a private school is really good, you must know if they ask a lot of money, like a lot of money. I'm not sure you guys can tell me how it happens in your area, but in my area I've noticed that those that ask for less money, they also give you less service, like less, like low quality service. And whenever you try to complain, it's like, oh yeah, for the amount of money that we're giving you, for the amount of money that we are asking on a monthly basis, this is as far as we can go. Whereas it's not supposed to be like that. Like, I did not ask you to ask me for less money. If you feel like your service is worth 8,000 rand, put it out there. It will be up to me to see if I'll be able to afford the 8,000 rand, if I will be able to go ahead with it. So yes, the education system is also one of them, and parents tend to invest a whole lot of money in education, and which is something that many parents see the need for them to go elsewhere. And then the last thing I would say, when it comes to the health reasons, I would say that the South African health care is still good. However, the public hospitals. I'm sure many people can relate. I don't know which part of the country or of the world you are in, but the public hospitals really give you they give you bad service most of the time. Some public hospitals are good. They still have hope in humanity, but you have all these groups of people, of nurses in some hospitals who did not even plan to be nurses. They don't have the heart of being a nurse. So they find themselves, because they need to eat, because they need to make ends meet, they find themselves in this profession, and they have to see how they can go about it. Hence, sorry about that. Hence, they find themselves in a position where they have to be looking after people, and it's not their passion, and hence they get upset, they get frustrated at you as the patient, and sometimes this could lead to maltreatment. So yes, I tried my best to kind of give you an example as to why many South Africans are leaving South Africa based on my observation so far. But remember, there's a video that I did last year on why people are relocating, and it's important that you should relocate for revelation and not because you want to follow the next person, you want to follow what somebody else is doing. Relocate because God has said this is your time for you to relocate to Kenya, for you to relocate to Nigeria, whatever. Go in God's timing. Whenever you don't do things in God's timing, you will always be disappointed. So yes, that is my short video on reason why many South African youth or young people are relocating, and this is my observation of things. It's not to say that everybody in South Africa is poor, and that no, even some of the richest people in South Africa, I'm hearing most of them are in UK, most of them are in New York, most of them are in New Zealand, Australia. You just see, where is the country going? Where can I go and provide a better future for my children, a better future for my family? And also with the currency being a bit lower than some equivalent to like when you try to wear it to other currencies, it's more profitable for you to actually send. If you know you will send $50 to South Africa and it will feed your kids, your family for a month, you are willing to go and work hard for that $50 day, compared to being here and you're working so hard for the $50 and you don't even see any profit. So yes. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on what your ideas are, and I'll see you on the next video. Much love. Bye.